You see, I'm a simple college student living alone in an apartment. I was very enthusiastic about the release of Pokemon Heart Gold and Soul Silver here in the States. I have purposely locked myself out of all media and the internet aside for school purposes. That means no 4chan, no /v, no Bulbapedia, etc.
Why is this guy using Bubblepedia? Everyone knows Cerebi is better.
What's so wrong with Bulbapedia?
I don't know, I just never use it. It just
I use
seems crappy to
Bulbapedia.
me. Cerebi seems more organized
I don't know.
to me.
I don't know.
I like Cerebi
I don't know.
for
It's
all my
got the
Pokemon
pedia.
news.
You know it's official. It's got the pedia.
Yeah, I know, that's what makes me think it crap.
Okay. As I was busy with the school year and being poor at the time, I wasn't able to buy Soul Silver at its launch date. After my school year ended, I ordered Soul Silver on Amazon. However, it would take a week for it to arrive. I decided that during that time, I would replay my Crystal version on my Game Boy Color.
Wait, wouldn't he still be poor?
What does that mean?
Why does him having school make him more poor than him not being in school? If he's in college, he's paying continuously.
Okay, I don't understand.
He's gonna be poor
what
the
your
whole
point
time.
is.
I'm saying he could have bought Soul Silver whenever he wanted,
Oh, okay.
and he's being dumb about it. Cause he has a 3... I don't know. I don't know.
Whatever.
The nostalgia of Crystal version is reassuring, though.
Nostalgia.
You're a nostalgia.
That I am. However, I realized that long ago my mom threw it away because I told her the save went dead. And I was very upset about it then. She also threw away my silver version, so all I have left is my Game Boy Color. As such, I set out to GameStop and bought a used silver version, as it's the only Pokemon game left that they have for the Game Boy Color. $10, fairly cheap.
Where did you get the information that Silver version was the last thing they had for the Game Boy Color?
Well, I mean, at the GameStop, I guess he just went and looked for it.
Fine. $10 is not fairly cheap for a game that's dead either.
Well, it wasn't. No, he didn't sell it. He bought one for $10.
I know, that's not cheap.
That's what they usually go for, Game Boy Color games.
Nah, man, that's expensive.
Okay. I went home and started it up for the nostalgia trip. However, that's when things started to get bizarre, and most likely the reason why you read this. The Game Freak logo started up as normal, but it just froze there. I thought the cart just errored or something, so I turned it off and on. The same thing happened. I tried pressing A and start over and over, and all the buttons. Eventually, the logo vanished, and there was a black screen for about 5 seconds.
Okay, I didn't want to stop you, because I just noticed something. He broke the fourth wall, just like the stupid Mario guy. Like, just continue with the story. No one needs to hear, like, oh, I guess this is why you're reading this.
Oh, well, I guess I posted it for no one to read it. Suddenly, rather than going to the usual menu screen, I was already in the game in a previous save file, which was odd, as I was expecting all of these cards to have been wiped by the poor battery. Either way, I wasn't complaining, as I would have chosen the continue option to see what the previous guy did anyways. So why mention it?
Exactly. You're like, oh, it was there, but I didn't expect it to be there, but I would have clicked it anyway, because it's there.
First off, I checked his trainer information. His name was just ... He didn't have much originality. I checked his profile and apparently he had 999.99 hours put into the game with all 16 badges, 99,999.9 Pokédollars, and all 251 Pokemon in the Pokédex.
Okay, why did he add the .9 Pokédollars? I know that they don't have...
Completionist status... Seeing as he apparently had Mew and Celebi logged also, I'm guessing he either used a Game Genie or was a really hardcore Pokemon player back then. I checked his Pokemon to see what a badass team he has. To my surprise, I saw 5 unknowns and a 6th Pokemon named Hurry. I'm thinking that this must be some cruel joke by the person who last played this game, but I decided to check the profile of those Pokemon anyway. Okay, nothing unusual there, just some unknowns.
Yeah, but... why... I don't know, just continue.
I don't know. I don't know.
It's just like the Mario one, the murder. We gotta figure out what the unknowns spell.
I don't think they do. Oh yeah, I guess they could because they're like letters and stuff. I didn't think of about that. As expected, there were different letters of unknown. Oh, see, Joe, you were right.
I know I was right.
All level 5. I was a bit shaky with my unknown alphabet at the time, but I identified the word spelled out to be leave. Okay, that's a strange word.
Okay.
I was expecting like...
No. Why? He mentions the level of the unknown.
Yeah?
Why does that matter?
I don't know.
And why would you fill up your party with 5 different unknown that you have to go catch, that you have to put in order? Why not just name a different Pokemon leave and only have 2 Pokemon?
Because that ruins the effect, doesn't it?
I bet you that the unknown have nothing to do with the story, except for that they spelled that stupid word.
You never know, maybe he could be attacked by unknown or something. As for the 6th Pokemon, it turned out to be a Cyndaquil. Mind you, this is before there were individualized Pokemon icons. The Cyndaquil looked normal, but it was level 5 and with only 1 HP left and only 2 attacks, Leer and Flash. What?
I don't know, man.
It's level 5.
How does that even happen?
But you have unknowns and Leer and Flash. Was there a move deleter in 2nd generation? I don't think so.
Yeah, that doesn't seem right.
There might have been. I don't remember. But level 5 and you had unknowns.
See, if he's already doing everything else wrong, why not just add Tackle in there too? Or Scratch or whatever.
I don't understand. Just give him Bubble Beam or something. Come on.
Bubble Beam, Leer, and Flash.
Okay. I don't know why they named him Hurry, but at the time, I just disregarded it. The most eerie thing was that, despite my volume being at max, none of the Pokemon had said their usual cries, just pure silence. Having enough of the team, I closed it. I was parked at what appears to be a room inside Bellsprout Tower. However, for some reason, there were no NPCs around. Even more eerie was that the pillar in the middle didn't move at all, as if it just leaning on its side. There was no music at all, and there was no exit or ladder. At least, I thought there wasn't. Okay, so...
Why not just say you found a ladder?
No. Now things have gotten interesting, see? There's a twist in his tail, like a braid or something, like a piece...
like a braid.
Like a challah bread or something. I don't know. But, he's in a messed up Bellsprout Tower, huh? Was not expecting that. I walked around for a few minutes, but can't seem to find a way out. This was certainly not a room I've seen in the Bellsprout Tower before. I tried checking my items for an escape rope, but the bag was completely empty. There wasn't any wild Pokemon either. Can we just mention, can't seem to find a way out? I think there's something wrong with your tenses there.
Yeah, because he already said that he thought there wasn't a way out, and now he's like, dude, I can't find a way out.
I walked around for a few minutes, but can't seem to find a way out.
Oh, but couldn't.
He said walked in the past tense and then can't in like the present tense or something. It threw me off. I don't know.
You're right, Jacob, you're right.
I immediately realized that it wasn't a loading transition, but rather I was in a dark room and would need flash. Before I took care of that though, I immediately checked my Pokegear to change the radio to something more pleasant. But it turns out there was no radio card, or even a phone or time cards. There was only a map card in which Gold, ... from earlier, and I will call him Gold from now on, was just walking in the midst of black. Okay, I don't think that's an appropriate use of nor. He said, it turns out there was no radio card or even a phone nor time card. I don't know. Another grammar thing that kind of made me look at it twice.
He's just trying to sound smart.
It might be right, I might be wrong, I don't know. But, in which Gold ... from earlier, I will now call him Gold from now on. Gee, why don't you take some liberties? Like, come on. Oh, I'm just gonna call him Gold now. Oh well. Too bad for you. I don't know. I just found that a little funny. I almost laughed, but I didn't want to ruin the atmosphere. Oh, by the way, what a convenient time for you to need Flash if you just realized your Cyndaquil had Flash. I recall that Cyndaquil had Flash, so I turned off my Pokegear and I made Cyndaquil use Flash. I didn't see any message saying Hurry has used Flash or anything like that. The room just became lit just like that. And soon I regretted it. The room was a chilling blood red, with a linear gray path heading south. The ladder I used to go up and down was not there at all.
What if Cyndaquil was just like, dude, there's a light switch right here, and turn it on, and that's why there was no prompt.
I don't know. Oh, but there's that, blood again that, we all love dear to our Creepypasta. Oh, and the ladder disappeared, just so conveniently that you couldn't exit. Just thought I'd mention that. I had no choice but to head south. The screen got darker every 20 steps I made, until I finally made it to the end, which appears to be a sign. I read the sign which said, "Turn back now." Every 20 steps I made. What, does this guy have a pedometer on his freaking... I don't think the Poke Walker exists yet.
Yeah, that's Diamond and Pearl new. Yeah, but I guess he sat there and counted every 20 steps.
Yeah. Oh, and it appeared to be a sign? Was it a sign or not? Come on, man.
No, apparently it appeared to be a sign, but then he read the sign, so...
Suddenly, I was asked to answer yes or no, but there was no question asked. I chose yes, as I do not know what he was asking, and the screen went black again, making a ladder climbed sound. The unknown radio music stopped, and in a few seconds was replaced with the not as creepy Pokey Flute radio music. Oh, well, we're all glad for that. The Pokey Flute music, that's cheerful and upbeat, and I don't really remember how it goes. So anyway, he was... The ladder climbed sound. Can we just mention that?
The ladder climbed sound. Well, I think he means like...
I don't know.
When you go up the ladder.
And he's like, I was asked to answer yes or no, and I chose yes as I do not know what it was asking. Another like past present tense thing that bothered me. There's probably gonna be a lot of those. I was in another dark room, but I held my breath and used flash again. Suddenly, it said that Hari has fainted, which was odd since I recall that there was no status conditions like poison on him, and I clearly wasn't in a battle. Really? You weren't in a battle? I would have never guessed.
What if the Cyndaquil just tripped on the way to the light switch and lost his one health?
But clearly I wasn't in a battle. Gee, Captain Obvious, I'm glad you could pick that one up. Seeing as you're so observant with your 20 steps. I checked my Pokemon quickly, and suddenly he is no longer my party. In fact, after a bit of investigating, none of my Pokemon are there, but instead all were placed with level 10 unknown. I did the same thing as before and spelled out the unknown, but then Team of Unknown spelled he died. Team of Unknown.
Then Team of Unknown.
Oh, I got it. It's like my then Team of Unknown spelled he died. Because like he now has these unknown instead of the other ones. Like they spell something different. I got you.
I know, but he said that my Pokemon aren't there. But wait, there are Pokemon there.
Oh, and
they weren't your Pokemon.
Why do you have
in
to
the
mention that they're level
place?
10? Why does it matter? That's the same thing with like the level 5 unknown.
I don't know, maybe they level up whenever someone dies in this story.
Oh, he died. How convenient. They're like, oh, I couldn't have figured that out when my Pokemon wasn't there and he fainted.
No, apparently he's missing because it takes 6 unknown to spell he died.
Well, it looks like we have to make a trip to Lavender Town to the Pokemon graveyard or whatever. Either way, after that creepy change, the room was lit to reveal myself in a very small room that appears to be only 4 squares big. The room was lit to reveal myself in a very small room. Redundancy.
Yeah, and again, he counted the squares.
Yeah, only 4 squares big? What is a square? Is that like a pixel, or... I don't know what that...
Is there like tiles on the floor?
He's specific enough to mention level 10 unknown, but he can't tell us what squares are. I just had to mention that because it's like, oh, I didn't realize I was in a room, but I realized that the room that I was in was lit to reveal that I was in a room. I've already concluded that this was clearly a hacked game and some sadistic guy sold it to GameStop. However, my curiosity kept me going. I checked the trainer profile of ... again, only to find out that the sprite of Gold was missing his arms. Wait a second, I thought you said you were gonna call him Gold, not ... What's that about, buddy?
And then he called him Gold again.
I don't know. I found that funny. He also seems to appear less smug, but rather seems more sad and empty in a way that I do not know how to describe. For some reason, it also now said that he has 24 badges, which was clearly impossible. Really? Impossible? How do you explain Gary having like 18 badges in the anime when there was like 8 gyms or something?
I know, but why would him having 24 badges, again, be important to the story?
Humor? I don't know.
Okay, he has no arms, so he's less smug, because he can't cross his arms.
I don't know, maybe it's like his face or something.
It's silver! What?
Well, you know, when you go into your trainer profile, you can see like his face, he's got like a smug little smile. After a few minutes of aimless wandering, my character suddenly spun and did the escape rope spinning animation. Instead of flying up though, my character spun downward slowly, as if sinking. After that scream, the music stopped, and after landing, the overworld sprite of Gold is colored differently now. Instead of the usual red color he dons, he appears completely white now, including his skin, as if he came straight from the colorless Game Boy games, placed into a colored background of the Game Boy Color. What?
I say just keep going.
What is
this
with
guy
this description?
Does not
It's
know
just-
how to.
It's comical. And the red color he dons. Really? Fancy speak much? Like, nor,
He's
dons.
trying too hard.
Yeah. Oh, Diamond and Pearl confirmed. He said dons.
Shut up.
I checked his profile, and now, while now is as white as his overworld sprite, he lost his legs and has what appears to be the bloody tears from his eyes. It also says he now has 32 badges, which now starts to disturb me as this change of numbers seems to be representing something important.
I don't see it as being important.
It probably is, but I'm not catching on. And that wording in the beginning, it blew my mind. I think I might have lost a few brain cells reading that. I also checked my Pokemon, which this time contains 5 unknowns and a level 100 Celebi without a nickname. The unknowns are this time level 15 and spelled out Dying. I checked the Celebi's profile. It was a shiny Celebi, except there's only half of the sprite. 1 leg, 1 arm, 1 eye. It only has 1 attack, Harris Song. Hey, there's your Cerebi.
There's my sir. Yeah, got what I wanted.
Oh, and Parasong. How much more obvious could you be with that attack? The area I was in itself was the Sprout Tower with the immobile pillar as before, except everything is apparently red now. I walked north for what felt like forever. Eventually, I finally encountered some generic men and women NPCs. They were all lined up to the side, just facing the long, slantish pillar in the middle. They were also white, and nothing happens when I try to speak to them. I kept on going north until eventually the pillar finally appears chopped off, with a transparent red in that spot. I went up to red, and without even pressing A, I was suddenly engaged and finally in a battle. The music starts again, which it sounds like the unknown radio music again, but played backwards. How do you know that?
Exactly. How do you know what that sounds like?
How do you know that? How do you know it's the unknown radio played backwards?
This guy, man. He's just taking all the liberties he wants.
Yeah, man, might as well be an American. I don't know, that was a dumb joke. Gold's battle back sprite matches his front one with the bloody eyes, white skin, and lack of arms. Bloody eyes. You said back sprite. What? How do you know he has bloody eyes if it's his back sprite? I mean,
What?
I guess maybe if his head is tilted to the side. I don't know, I might be wrong there. I don't know. I may be wrong, I will admit. But you said back sprite and you mentioned bloody eyes.
It sounds wrong.
Okay. While red sprite was the same as before in gold, silver, and crystal, except transparent. The text simply said, "Wants to battle," as if he has no name. And both of us only have 1 Pokemon each, which is weird, as I swore I had 6 with the unknowns.
This. Oh my god. What is that laugh?
I don't know, that was funny, but it wasn't. I don't know why I'm laughing. I guess it was just stupid, it was funny.
It was stupid.
My shiny Celebi came out, conveniently with half a sprite for the back sprite also. Conveniently?
Conveniently.
The shiny noise and animation was different, as the sounds it made sound like multiple screech attacks used consecutively. How do you know that? Why? Red sent out a seemingly normal male Pikachu, except he is level 255 and his sprite seems sad and has tears in his eyes. Level 255. Are you kidding me?
This guy knows what he's talking about, Jacob. Don't question it.
Oh wait, I forgot he's a Pokemon expert and knows what sounds sound like backwards. And another one of these present tense, past tense things where Red sent out a seemingly normal male Pikachu, except he is level 255. What? Okay, spell check, people. Or, I don't even know, grammar check.
Figure it out. Make it a program.
Figure it out. Rather than the usual fight, item, Pokemon, run menu, I was only given the option to use the attacks. Since Celebi only has one, I chose it. Naturally, since Pikachu was level 255, he went first. Of course, you know.
Now his speed stat is like 10.
Pikachu used Curse, lowering his speed and increasing his other stats. I'm not even sure if Pikachu could use Curse. Oh really? The Pokemon Master wasn't sure about that? Really? I thought you would have thought that. I thought you would have known that. Or what does Curse sound like backwards? I don't know. Apparently you do.
Jacob, that's funny.
Celebi used Perish Song. In 3 turns, both Pokemon get knocked out. Not like I have a choice. At this point, I didn't even go back to the fight menu, as the battle just continued without me. Also note that there were no animations at all for some reason.
They didn't. Oh my god.
Also note that there was no animations at all for some reason. No, it wasn't a big deal. I just thought I'd add it in there as a footnote. Don't worry, guys.
This guy is not. Was he tired when he wrote this?
I don't know. I mean, he was probably dead when he wrote this, right? Because that's how these things end, right?
Shut up, Jacob.
I guess dead people don't have good grammar. Or, not good grammar. This wouldn't be grammar, it'd just be weird storytelling. Pikachu used Flail, which didn't do much damage despite his level and his boost as his health was maxed. Celebi used Perish Song. Nothing happened as it was already used. Pikachu used Frustration, which did a ton of damage, knocking Celebi down to less than 10 HP. Celebi used Pain Split, which surprised me as Celebi didn't even have that attack in the first place. Now Celebi and Pikachu have about 150 HP. Oh, well how convenient that your Pokemon just used a random move. What is it, like a Metronome Master without having Metronome? I don't know.
How does he know their HP? Did he count the pixels?
No, you could... Wait, I'm pretty sure...
You can't tell the other person's HP.
Well, he said about. I mean, if you use Pain Split and your Pokemon has 150 HP, I don't know. Is Pain Split like a move where you guys get the same HP or something? I don't know.
I don't know, Jacob. I'm not the Pokemon Master.
Well, then
like
I guess you can assume that if he sees his Pokemon HP. Pikachu used Mean Look. Not like that did anything. Oh, cute little Pikachu not doing nothing with his little Mean Look. Oh, look at that. As expected, due to the effects of Perish Song, my Celebi fainted, except in the text it said, Celebi has died. And instead of the ordinary drop of the screen animation, the Celebi back sprite just vanished. For some reason, the Pikachu was still up, even with Perish Song, and it didn't count as my loss. Pikachu used one more different attack beyond the 5 attack limit. Pikachu used Destiny Bond. Afterwards, it said Pikachu has died, with a slow fade-out animation. Apparently I was the winner, as the transparent red sprite showed up and said, nothing. At that point, I just freaked out, as the transparent red sprite was suddenly beheaded, leaving nothing but his transparent body. The battle then ended at that point and faded out along with the music. I'm so glad we know that he's transparent. I'm really glad that we know that he's transparent, because without this him reaffirming it with us, I would not have guessed that he was transparent. Am I saying transparent too much? I don't know. I'm going as long as the story.
Transparent.
I'm back in the overworld with another change to the Gold sprite. He is now as transparent as Red's overworld sprite. I quickly checked Gold's profile, where this time the only thing remains of him is his head, with transparent skin. The head was zoomed in a bit, showing a black void in his eyes. It now stated that he has over 40 badges. I then backed out and checked my Pokemon. They were all level 20 Shiny Unknown, which all spelled no more.
Again. Why level 20? Why are they shiny? Why does he have 40 badges?
Why aren't they shiny?
Because, I don't know. What's a shiny unknown even look like?
I would not be able to answer that, but our Pokemon Master in the story would, because, you know, he knows everything. I was at what I now know is next to the end. There was apparently no music playing, but for some reason I still felt like something was there that could be heard. I was back in my room in New Barktown. Maybe finally I get to play this game properly, but who am I kidding? I knew that sadistic guy must have done something. I walked around my room to interact with things, as I'm a bit afraid to go down the stairs to see what's awaiting me down there. Note, I said walked, as well the background was moving. Gold was not moving his transparent limbs at all while doing this. Just floating like those ghosts you see in Diamond and Pearl.
Is he just a floating head at this point?
Yeah, I guess.
Like, his actual sprite? Were there even ghosts in Diamond and Pearl?
I never played it. I haven't gotten past the 2nd generation. I'm halfway through.
I have, but I don't
halfway
remember.
through Emerald, and I just never started playing it again.
Well, that's your own fault.
As expected, the radio, computer, and TV did not work. Why was that to be expected? Can you explain that to me?
I can't, because this guy does not know what he's talking about.
Why would you expect the radio, computer, and TV not to work? So I had no choice but to go down the stairs. I ended up in the same lower level room of my house. Everything appears normal, except Mom isn't home. After failing to interact with anything in this room, I decided to go outside. To my surprise, that door leading outside at the south didn't work, and instead I just walked straight through it, to avoid. I continued moving south to see what was going on. My house vanishes as I head south into the void. Redundant. It was creepy, as when I entered the void, the outline on Gold's transparent sprite turned white to contrast with the pitch black. Eventually, I reached a white area and Gold's sprite turned black and transparent again. I continued south without thinking of stopping at all. After a long trek south, I finally encountered something. It was Gold's regular sprite. I talked to it. He said, "Bye forever," and vanished. As that happened, it said, question mark, question mark, question mark, use nightmare. Which at that point, I would not deny that being possible. Gold did another escape rope animation, spinning slowly downwards like before. I am now back into that small hollowed-out room surrounded by graves earlier, or at least I say I was back there. As there's no sprite anymore, I tried to walk around but nothing moved, not even wall bumping noises. I checked my trainer profile with absolutely no Gold sprite left. It said I have 0 badges and all the pictures of the Johto gym leaders at the bottom were replaced with skulls.
See, him having 40 badges...
Wall bumping noise.
Did nothing. The boom, boom, every time you hit a wall.
Oh, I never noticed that, I guess. What is...
Well, because you're not stupid enough to run into a wall.
What were you saying?
Now he has 0 badges.
Yeah.
Why would he go from 40 when he was dying?
I don't know. There's got to be
now?
something to do with these numbers that we're just not getting. I don't know.
Well, because he's taking too long to bring it up.
Man, I don't know. I keep saying I don't know because I'm clueless to what the story is even about. I checked my Pokemon, which were all level 25 unknown. As expected, it spelled out a phrase that I dared to read. I'm dead. Level 25 unknown. Okay. Why not?
The way you said I'm dead was great, Jacob. I loved it.
Level 25. There's gotta be something with these numbers that we're just not getting, and I don't understand it. As soon as I went back to the overworld, the room I supposedly was in was then covered by the same blocks as the walls. I then figured out exactly what that room was when the final text was said. Rest in peace. The room was a big grave, surrounded by other graves. Gold has already been dead. He died presumably a few years after he defeated Red.
Wait, then who is he?
He's Gold.
But Gold's dead. So is he just a
Ghost of Gold? That has found his body? In the grave. I guess.
Got it.
That's what I'm getting from this.
Continue. I'm getting that this is getting stupider as we go on.
Stupid as stupid does. He was a young trainer who, despite his efforts in collecting so many badges and attempts at becoming a Pokemon Master, was still unable to avoid the inevitable fate of death, and his efforts were eventually forgotten by the next generation. Really? Collecting so many badges? Is that what 40 badges?
I know, but maybe that's why Ash hasn't grown up or anything. Because he says that if you're a Pokemon Master, you can avoid the inevitable fate of death.
His attempt at becoming a Pokemon Master, it doesn't say that a Pokemon Master will not die. It just says that he attempted
He said he was
to become a Pokemon.
Still unable. That means you have the ability to be able to avoid death.
It's saying he tried to become a Pokemon Master, but was unable to avoid the fate of death. They're not related.
No one can avoid the fate of death.
What was it Benjamin Franklin said?
Story
Two things are certain in life, taxes and death?
Yeah, my dad says that. But some people don't even pay their taxes.
I was unable to escape from that text no matter what I pressed. I tried resetting the game, and the same thing happened, at which I then finally decided to give up on that horrible nightmare. After that experience, I will never look at the gimmick unknown the same way again. They say that only the first generation has folk tales and legends, but the second generation has shown me how unpleasant the truth can be. I eventually enjoyed Soul Silver immensely, but I still can't unthink what that rigged game has taught me. Wow. That was some story. Huh?
Yeah, some crappy story.
I'm a little bit confused.
This whole story was confusing. Apparently the badges had nothing to do
But I
with
still
it.
think there's something with those numbers. I gotta look that up. I don't know if I will or not. I'll probably forget.
Probably won't, because this story is not worth it. So apparently, according to the end of the story, the whole thing was about the unknowns.
Here's what I thought. I thought he was gonna get, like, sucked into the game, as in the other one did, with the Mario. But,
yeah.
And here's where I thought it was gonna happen. You know that fight with Red, where, Pikachu used, I can't remember what the move was called, Destiny Bond. I thought,
Yeah.
I guess Pikachu used it on Red, I mean, and I guess he died from that or something, or maybe Pikachu used it on the Gold character and he died, which I'm still confused about that. But I thought what was gonna happen was the Pikachu was gonna use Destiny Bond, and I guess the guy who was playing it, the storyteller, was gonna die because of it. I don't know why, like go into the game and die or something. I don't know. But that's what I was thinking was gonna happen with that story. So now I'm all types of confused with this ending. Especially when he's in the grave, so I don't know if, like, he was already dead and this story was just, like, his ghost or something. I'm so confused. Maybe that's why nobody talked to him. Was because he was a ghost. Maybe.
Oh, see, look at that.
Or maybe time's
Figuring
standing
stuff
still,
out that
and that's why the
doesn't matter.
pillar's not moving. Because he's a ghost, he's, like, stuck in that time. I don't know.
I have no idea. This story was not.
I'm probably thinking too deeply into
not
this.
a good one.
But, this has been Pokemon Lost Silver. It's a creepypasta. I'll put a link down below for you guys to read it yourself. Any last words, Joe?
Read along with the video, because
Read
that's a
along with
thing
the video?
you can do.
If you want to. I mean, I'm not stopping you from doing it. There's no reason you can't. But, I guess that'll be it for this time.
Yeah, we'll see you guys later when we do another one of these.
These will keep going on. If you guys like them, just let us know in the comment. We'll keep doing them. Okay.
Or if you know a crappy, if you know a crappy creepypasta, then let us know and we'll check it out.
We'll probably do it on the next one because these I just found by accident, and there's loads of these on the internet. If you guys just look them up, if you guys want to find some of your own, and that'll be all for this time. Catch you guys later. Bye.
See you later.